Breathe in, move, listen. Invite Jesus to your space.
Welcome everyone to a quick and effective yoga practice. Those moments when you don't have a lot of time in your day, especially good for the morning, to awaken and arise the body, give it the energy it needs for the rest of your day. So if you're ready, grab a mat, blankets, blocks, bolsters, anything that you need to make your practice comfortable, and let's begin. Starting to anchor down with breath and presence. So if it feels right, close down your eyes. If it feels safe, start to check in with that breath, slowly moving in and out of the heart space. Recognize the temperature of breath. And feel that breath expanding from the belly into the ribs and into the chest. And then let it go out through the chest and the ribs and lastly into the belly. We'll slightly start to open up our knees and take the body down to the earth. Reach our hands forward. Maybe reach the forehead to the earth if that feels good. And close down the eyes. Continuing to take that breath down to the earth. Check in with your body. Check in with how you're feeling. And establishing that presence. Allowing us to welcome Christ into our space today. Welcome Him to our mat. Divinity, creation, whatever that is for you. Allowing ourselves to feel that connection through our lifeline, our breath, to our heavenly home while away on this earth. We'll start to walk over to the left side of our body. Maybe take the left hand to the back corner of the mat and the right to the front. Feel that side body stretch here. Soften through the shoulders and the side waist. And then come back to your center and do the other side. Reach out, sink in. Deep side body stretch here. And then we'll take that breath back to the center and start to warm up the spine. So knees come in, nice tabletop position. Starfish fingers clasped to the rock of an ocean. Tuck the chin to the chest, arch the spine. Then allow your body to move with the rhythm of your breath. One movement, one breath. One breath, one movement. Creating mobility in the spine. And feeding our brain with that nutrition it needs for the day. Maybe roll out, tuck your toes under, and start to push into a downward dog. Let's take a generous bend in our knees this morning. It's normal to feel extra tension and stress as we first wake up in the day, so maybe we walk it out on the spot, adjust our hands or our shoulders however they feel, and just follow the breath. Feel what feels good in your body. So starting to get out of the thinking mind and into the feeling body. And then let's go into a downward dog, whatever feels good. Maybe those knees are straight, maybe they're slightly or generously bent. Just fill it out. Blossom your hips up to the heavens above. Elongate the neck, shoulders away from the ears. Deep breath here. And then as you exhale, start to round into your high plank pose. Hold your high plank, press the earth away from the body, drop down to the knees, bend the elbows, chest, and then chin. Slide up forward and we'll start to tempt the fingertips to the sides of the ground. Lift up with your upper body, and then release. So going deeper into our spine here, try to release the glutes. Welcome lots of movement here in the spine. One more time, deep breath in. Exhale, feet come together, hands come to the sides. We'll lift all the way up into either a cobra or an upward facing dog. Bend our knees and come back to child's pose. Deep breath in. And then inhale, come forward to your upward dog or your cobra. So just moving through the spine. Deep breath in and deep breath out. And we'll hold our upward facing dog for a breath or two here. Press the earth away. Press into the tops of the feet. Lift the thighs up. And then exhale, downward dog. Start to take up space on your mat. Walk to the top of your mat. Walk it out. Take your time. Forward fold here. Head is heavy. Hip hinge for the waist, not the lumbar spine. Maybe a micro bend in the knees if they're tight this morning. And then start to slow up. Roll 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, circle, sweep, and lift. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Let's do that a couple of times with our breath. Inhale. Gentle back bend if it's there this morning, or whenever you're practicing. Exhale all the way to the earth. One more time, full belly breath in. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, halfway lengthen, hands come up the shins. Exhale, step the right foot back, drop the knee. Let's hold here for a breath. Feel the hip flexor open. And then exhale, we stand back into Ardha Hanumanam, half split. Let's work with our breath as we flow this out. Inhale, drop the hip. And then exhale back. You can do this at your own breath and space of time, fast or slow. You don't have to wait for my movement or my cue. But let's go ahead and come forward. Put the hands on the top of the knee. Drop a little bit lower into that hip flexor. Feel that intense sensation through the hip flexor, through the psoas. Maybe you tuck the chin of the chest and come halfway back and start to feel that radiate through the quadricep. Round the shoulders, come back. Maybe we take a nice little gentle twist this morning. Open up the heart. Maybe you pick up the back knee or open your wingspan or a half bind or maybe even a full bind if it's in the practice this morning. But remember, there's nothing special about binds. It's letting go of our ego and meeting our body where it needs to be met. So let's go back to downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Flow it out. Knees, chest, chin, or if you're feeling up for it, full upward dog, chaturanga. Add a push-up if you'd like. And exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Round forward to your plank. Drop into that upward dog. Open heart. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step, jump, however you're traveling to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Come up nice and slow for 3 and 2 and 1. Deep breath in. If this is the beginning of our morning, let's find that lengthening sensation. Decompressing of the spine, and then exhale. Release all the way to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the left foot back to the back of the mat. Drop the knee. And then feel that stretch through the hip flexor. Deep breath in. Knees directly over the ankle. And then start to work with the breath. Extend and flex. If you'd like to grab some blocks here, that could help bring more space to the practice and lift through your heart and the crown. So connect with the movement of breath. Every movement has a breath. We inhale, draw forward, and exhale back. Maybe we hold for a breath here. Or if you like to go a little bit deeper in the hip flexor, press the hands to the top of the knees, shoulders down and back. Deep breath. And maybe on the exhale, we pull halfway back, tuck the chin to the chest, and start to feel that elongation through the quadricep and the hip flexor. Come heavy back into the lunge. Maybe we do a twist, opposite elbow, opposite knee. Lots of variations here, whether we extend our wingspan, lift the back knee, half bind, or a full bind. But remembering there's nothing special about binds. Particularly, let's let go of the ego and meet our body exactly where it needs to be met. And then we'll gently and slowly come back down, downward facing dog. Take that next breath, forward to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga, Dandasana. And then let's meet back in child's pose. Take the breath and come into upward facing dog. Find that wave-like movement with your breath. Exhale, child's pose. And then just check in. Notice the difference from when we stepped on the mat to this very moment in your downward facing dog. Blossom the hips. Let a nice audible step, walk, hop, however we're traveling. We'll come to a seated position on our mat and come all the way down to our spines. And let's bring our knees to our chest. And go into a nice deep spinal twist here. So let's extend the right leg. Take the left knee across the body. Maybe we look over that left shoulder. A lot of variations here. We can keep that long leg on the mat. We could actually cross the legs and dip into that side. Grab onto a foot from behind if that feels right. So just check in. Give your body exactly what it needs in this particular moment. Ground the shoulders. And then come back to center. We'll switch our legs. Right knee will go over top of the body to open the heart. Breathe deep. Look over the right shoulder this time. Lots of variations. You could cross the legs, but most importantly, close the eyes and start to get into your feeling body. Out of that thinking mind. Come back to the breath, the intention that you might have set at the beginning of your practice. And then release those legs. Give yourself a nice loving hug. A couple of deep breaths here. Feeling anything that's tense or tight. This is a very short practice, so just getting your body ready to start the day. Maybe circle out through the hips, rotate out, getting a little bit more circulation into our heart, in our body, our blood, and the movement. Maybe legs go up the wall. You could take any free-form posture that you choose, or take yourself into the moment of just a few seconds of silence. Shavasana. Open the palms. Heart opens to the heavens above. Soften through the facial muscles. Let the body become heavier and heavier as your breath, that pranic energy, becomes lighter and lighter. Allowing us for just a moment in our day before we move on to check in with gratitude, check in with presence, invite Jesus to our space, connect with our breath, and center our lives and our practice as we're ready to move on with our day. In this short practice, we'll pull ourselves up to center, move to the center of our mat, roll out anything tense or tight. Maybe we give a nice little spinal twist, lengthen through the spine, and then biggest breath we've taken all morning. Deep breath in. And this is the point where we grab those 3 points of contact. First, to heaven above, to hear, listen, bring it right down into the third eye, to seek for truth, and then all the way down into the heart to build on that foundation of Christ. Thank you for joining Christ-centered yoga with me in this quick and effective good morning, feel good flow. Have a beautiful and blessed day. Namaste.